Man, it's good to be back. Proper lighting. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm getting a little weird message on my camera saying that there's only 4 minutes left, but we're gonna wing it. We're gonna learn because I have no idea what that is notifying, and I am fresh out of time. It's been a busy day, and there's been a lot to digest for me professionally, and I touched on it on my thumbnail, the title as well. I believe we're close. I believe we're close to being able to share more information about the whole point of this thing and why I started this challenge in the first place. Now, the challenge began because I just wanted to take this on. I wanted to see what I could do in this space. I wanted to learn about it. I had no idea how anything works, and clearly I still don't. My thumbnails are terrible. I've talked about that a lot. I struggle with the time that it takes to prep and get a lot of this scripting and better choicing together, market research, all the things that are important to make this a success. But that's going to come. And I'm getting a notification that I'm down to 3 minutes. So we'll just see what happens. I think it's going to be the sound card, but this is the beauty of this, is that I learn something new every day. But I'm really happy to be here, back in the office. I love travel, but it was a struggle to do this on a this is way better. I know it sounds better. I know it looks better. And if the content gets better, this could start to be start to grow and become the platform that I hope it can be. And so it's just a big day. December 12th, 2024. I got some signaling today that things are going in the direction that I want. I was also able to hear great news about someone who works for me, and that was very positive. A huge accomplishment for them. I was able to position others that work for me in a positive way, and I spoke to my wife about it. Like, it's just a moment for me to reflect on maturity. You can't help but be mature when you're my age, but to just know that I am not jealous. I don't have that feeling, and I had that feeling prior. Even honestly, when others were getting big accomplishments, it is worth being honest that I when I was growing, had a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of competitiveness, a little bit of I wanted the accolades to be for me, and I think it's okay to share like that I'm going through a positive change in that regard, a positive change in a confident way. There's more for everyone, and I've kind of noticed that I've had that going on for quite a while. I've always been supportive of my team, but when you're at the senior level, when you're dealing with people who work for you, but we're all partners, not all, but those that I deal with that are at the partner level, you tend to have a little bit of competitiveness from them, and you can sense it, but man, I don't have it at all. I really feel good about the success of others, and I'm really happy today. It's huge positive news from a lot of people. For a lot of people, and then one massive bit of news that I received about someone that it's not worth going into on this platform. But the pivot for me, the shift for me that I've been kind of hinting at, and the reason I took this challenge on is all starting to come together, and I'm looking forward to really being able to talk about it more clearly here. So until then, I'm going to keep practicing, and I'm going to keep starting to talk about I Can't Hear You, the name of this channel, and why it's titled that way. I touched on it on my Vegas videos. The importance of communication was my first bit, my first layer. The reality is a big layer of it is goal accomplishments and pursuing those things and being able to challenge yourself. I talked about winning. I talked about positioning yourself to win. I talked about being willing to lose so that you can win. I talked about these brothers that I met in an elevator and just how amazing the communications were between those two and how much love I felt when I was able to experience that time with them. And now It's close. So I am getting this weird blinking light. It is definitely distracting to me. I'm hoping this video gets published appropriately. I'm going to take a break and figure this out. I'm going to cut it here and add the other bit. It's going to be a long night for me because it's already quite late, but pausing right now. So it was the card, the sound card. And I might just leave that whole part in there where I just kept talking to the camera to test it out. So now I know, learning every day, and that was a notification that the sound card or the memory card was running out of space. We finally reached that moment. I put too much on there. I do have a solid state drive, so I'll be able to save some of that stuff on there. So what I was talking about was that I challenged myself to do this mainly because I had no idea what this world was like, and I knew I wanted to get into it. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but there's something else that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that's the shift that's happening. That's the pivot that's happening, and this YouTube challenge is just a part of it. So what I did touch on, I already spoke about it, is communication and the importance of that. And I talked about the importance of going for it, taking risks and taking chances. And I'm going to be talking about that a ton on here. Earlier, I spoke of winning and the importance of putting yourself in a position to win. Taking the opportunity to win is something that people hesitate to do because they're afraid of losing. No chance that's a good idea. Like, you must be comfortable with losing so that you can win. I thought more about that because it became like that was something that was tied to the craps experience that I had in Vegas. But then I realized, like, it's really about other activities in life. The willingness to take a risk allows you to have a win. Then other people around you may think of it as luck, right? I've heard that a lot in my life. Oh, you're just a lucky guy, or you must have a lot of luck. Maybe I do. I actually don't think it's luck. I actually think it's tied to the fact that I put myself in those situations and then I win. They do not put themselves in that situation, therefore they don't win, therefore they think they're not lucky, therefore they think I'm lucky. And that's a big topic. I think luck is something that people look at others and think they have it, but they don't realize that the luck is created. Luck just happens when you try to win something and then you win. And if you feel like you're not lucky, then I guess you feel like you're just likely to lose. So therefore you don't put yourself in those positions and it looks like you're unlucky and life perpetuates itself. So we're definitely going to talk on here about the importance of thinking you're lucky, therefore thinking you'll win, therefore putting yourself in those positions to do so, and then shockingly discovering that you're a winner. It's just a foundational part of this and what I intend to talk about. It's going to be tied to a different community, a community where I'm trying to like bring people into the world that I am active in. So I talked about my career up to a certain point, I think, in the early videos. I want to continue that conversation. I've been in the artificial intelligence business for quite a while now. I am active in the Gen AI space right now. It's a massive, obviously massive space. I went to that conference, the AWS conference in Las Vegas, specifically because AWS is very active in Gen AI. They announced some new foundational models we were super excited about. They also announced some ways that AI is being layered into their developer tools, and they announced some other things for SageMaker, which is their machine learning, like a managed service for machine learning. So what these things, to a lot of you, just sounds potentially like gibberish, or it's just stuff you never heard of. What I want to have is a community where people realize that it's just not that hard to play with these tools. It's not that hard to participate in this space. We need people to participate in this space. We need people to take on these challenges. We need people to feel like they can win, that they can be lucky, that they can participate in this. Whether it's in your local communities, whether it's larger organizations that you can help, whether it's jobs that you just know that you're have the potential to take on, I want to talk about those things. I want to share those opportunities. I want to find people who have the capability to play in this space, and I want to give them the information that's necessary for them to do so. This chapter, this pivot, this moment of my life is a gift. I am prepared for it, and I've been prepared for it for quite a while, but everything is just culminating. My children are adults. They're more independent than ever. My youngest is actually moving to Las Vegas. We talked about our apartment hunting. My daughter is graduating with a degree very shortly. And she's been prepared again to participate in this world. And my son just got married. All three massive pivot moments. And my wife is also now buying businesses and taking on new challenges of her own. So as a 5-person family, we're all going through it. And this is my chapter. So my chapter is going to be tied to this, and I can't wait to talk more about it. So December 12th, 2024, big day for me, big announcements. I definitely have a sense that it's all coming, so very excited. I'm back in the office. I'm glad this video is the beginning of that. I know it's not edited well. I know it's not scripted well. I know I'm winging it. I know this live format isn't the best for YouTube, and I am going to improve there. But I really had a busy day, and I'm going to just put this video up, and I'm going to reach back to it and keep unpacking some of these parts in a chronological way in a series, probably starting Sunday or Monday. It's going to give me enough time. So it's Thursday now. It is a big day today. I'm really happy about it, but I'm going to spend the time. Tomorrow's video may be a little like this, similar, and then we're going to start a series where I can really unveil this in a proper way. Check it out. Great night. Have a good one.